everyone. Welcome to The Thoughtful Advocate. I'm your host, Elizabeth Teo, also known as Zero Waste Cutie on Instagram, where I have been sharing my journey to sustainability for a couple of years now. I'm an environmental educator, writer, and content creator. So, this podcast specifically will dive into a variety of topics from environmental challenges about fast fashion, climate change, waste management, and so much more. But also, I want to dive into solutions. So, hopefully, we'll have some exciting guests on here who can provide us with some more details. I'll also be talking about parenting, the Asian American / Canadian experience, and just so much more. Whatever we want to talk about, we'll talk about it here. My hope is that we can build a community of thoughtful advocates who spark meaningful change around the world. And who knows, maybe John will join us as a co-host in a couple of these episodes. So if you're an OG fan, you would know that we used to have a podcast called The Zero Waste Conversation. This was 7 years ago. That's insane. So John and I started The Zero Waste Conversation when I was in university. It was very short-lived, very hard to do. It was the very first time. So I decided to rebrand this podcast to expand our horizons because I don't want to just focus on zero waste anymore. That's no longer the focus of my life. My life as well, I've changed, so has my perspective on what it means to live intentionally. I pretty much burnt out from content creation. I've been doing this, I guess, since 2018, maybe before that. Okay, so today's sponsor is Kind Laundry. Just kidding, they're not really a sponsor, but I do have an affiliate code. Kind Laundry use natural ingredients, and it actually comes in these sheets. So much more useful than liquid laundry detergent because that stuff gets messy. With Kind Laundry, you can bring this anywhere. It's literally in a box, pack in your suitcase, and it's that easy. You can get 10% off by using code ZeroWasteCute. I took a much needed break from content creation, from Instagram. It was becoming stressful, overtaking my life. Things became about numbers and less about why I started this page. And it was just too much because I was working full time. And when I first started my Instagram account, or at least recording the zero waste part, I was a student. So I don't know. I wasn't as busy yet. Working full time. I was already tired and exhausted from my job. Coming back to do extra was just too much, and for my mental health in general. But yeah, I took this time to reset and figure out really what matters to me. I miss it. I love connecting with the community. There's so many people out there with so many interesting ideas, and I really miss that part. And I wanted to bring it back through a podcast and I guess video format as well. But yeah, I definitely have to take care of myself before I can come back. So here I am, back stronger and healthier. So as we talked about, this podcast is going to look pretty different from its first iteration, Zero Waste Conversation. While sustainability is still a big part of my life, it's not going to be everything because in my life, that's not everything. My family, being a new parent, being a mom for the first time, that's new. I want to share that aspect of my life and just so much more. My mental health, just stories I haven't really been able to share. I also wanted to create a space where we feel seen and heard. So I'm going to keep the part of the segment where we read our fans' comments at the end. So yeah, if you leave a comment for us about our podcast or leave a review, we'll read it out loud. Leave a review for it on Apple, Spotify, and other things. So this is a sneak peek of what's coming up on this podcast. I'm really excited about the episodes I have planned for this podcast. I've been wanting to share them for years. It's been a couple of times where I would walk home from work and just think about, I should start that podcast again. It's been years and there's so many things I want to share, but I just never got to it. But now that I'm on mat leave, I have some free time. So yeah, I hope I can keep this going and it'll be fun. So some examples are diving deeper. I haven't really shared anything about my wedding. There's also many episodes on parenting, what it's like to be a mom. I'm going to walk through the whole shebang, what it's like to get a C-section. I was not expecting that to happen. And the newborn phase also shook me to the core. Both John and I were running on very little sleep. So, yeah, we're going to be diving into all that. And I just hope people can relate. So, thank you so much for being on this journey with me. I'd like to thank my Patreon supporters. They've been with me for years. Even when I wasn't even posting anything, honestly, like, I really appreciate you guys. To all my supporters on Instagram, people who have listened to us through our old podcast, even new people who've just found this podcast. Welcome to our community. I'm so excited for you to be here. This is the first episode, so if you want notifications for when our new episodes come out, subscribe to this podcast. You can also follow me on Instagram at Cutie. Let me know what topics you guys want to hear about and anything that resonates with you in our episodes. Thank you so much for listening to The Thoughtful Advocate. So, catch you in the next episode. But until then, let's keep on being thoughtful advocates and making the world a better place.